Hi everyone, I'm Ella. Welcome to my channel. I'm over here at the secret cottage, the Cordelia secret cottage, over in Henford on Bagley. This is definitely one of the prettiest lots in the whole game. It's not only is it like a gorgeous little cottage over here, but it's also surrounded by a waterfall that's on top of a hill and this really pretty woods. It's super pretty. I love it. Anyways, I decided to take this cottage and, well, I kind of bulldozed the whole thing, and I'm starting over and I'm making a much bigger cottage, but not too big. I feel like it's small enough to still be kind of like cozy, but it has more space for, multiple bedrooms. So we managed to fit in 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms in this build. So we'll have the parents' room, of course, and then we'll have a nursery and a toddler room that is also a playroom, so that's going to be really cute. And I'm going to be using the Storybook Nursery Kit. I was so excited for that. That is just the most adorable kit. It's definitely one of my favorites. It might actually be like my all-time favorite kit right now, because it is just it's so cute. But yeah, I'm going to be using that, and that's kind of what inspired me to make this build. That, and I've been playing the Tiny Town Challenge made by Deligracy, so I've kind of been in Henford, and I've been wanting to build, but I don't have any money in my my challenge yet to actually build my Sims houses. So I'm over here and I'm building this cottage just so I can make something in Henford, because it's so pretty here, and I love this world so much. Really, when this pack came out, I literally stayed in this world for like a year and a half. I was only playing in this world, and I was like building cottages like crazy, and just I never left. I love this world so much, but I haven't played in it in a while. Lately I've been playing in Forgotten Hollow, and I've been doing some stuff in Moonwood Mill, so those are definitely very different from Henford, so I'm really happy to be building over here. But yeah, I love that blue door. I've never used it before, but I want to make sure I use it for this pack. I also have never used I've used the wallpaper, the get together wallpaper on the second floor, but I never ever used the one with the white wood paneling, I guess is what you would call it. So I was really trying to do some things different, and I want to incorporate some blue in the house too, to kind of have it go with the door. But my main goal for this house, on the inside at least, was to have lots of orange and green and yellows. I felt like those were kind of cozy colors, and maybe I would be able to find them easy with like the cottage living kind of shades they give us in the swatches. Also, it's something that I don't normally use, so I just wanted to be a little experimental. I don't really like any of the orange objects or the yellow ones. Those are definitely weird colors for me. I used to not be able to stand the color green, but lately I've been very into the color green, so I've been using it much more. I really like a green kitchen. We don't really have anything good for a green kitchen, so in this build I kind of go with like a yellow kitchen. I think I use just a cottage living pack, and I go with that bright, fun yellow swatch. But I've been very interested in like a sage green kitchen. It's like a dark green. It's so pretty. I really like that, and it's funny because I used to not be able to stand the color green. Like, it was my least favorite color, but now I really like it. It's nice. It's kind of like bringing the outside into the inside. Though we just don't really have very good green options, I feel like, for a lot of furniture in this game. But you know what I love so much. Even when I was a kid and I wasn't really like into the color green, like I've recently started to be into it, is from The Sims 1, like just the base game. There was this swatch for, well, not a swatch, because it was just an option. There was an option for these tiles. It was a tiled wall, and then a tiled floor. And I think it was meant to be like in a bathroom, and it was like this bright green, but it was a dark green. It was very bright and vibrant. It was so pretty. I feel like that was probably some kind of like emerald green. Or maybe it would be more like a jade green. I have no idea. I don't know my shades of colors very well. I often kind of run into that trouble where I'm always kind of trying to describe a specific color, and I never know the best way to explain it. So, yeah, I'm not very fluent in color language. I don't know what you would call that. But yeah, I'm trying to kind of use base game. I was really trying to make this like a limited pack build, and I kind of pull it off, though it's not as limited as I wanted it to be. It still has quite a few packs, but I really avoid using too much clutter. That's one of my big things, is I'll use pretty much the same 1 or 2 packs for the bulk of the furniture, like the kitchen, the bedrooms, the living room. They'll have like just 1 or 2 packs. But then I go like crazy with the little decorative things in the rooms, and maybe like a plant here from this pack and a plant from that pack, and then and then I start using mirrors from all sorts of different packs, things like that are smaller, and they kind of pile up really fast. And I'll start to use too many packs. I'm really trying to go with I totally changed this. I end up not liking it at all. I was trying to go with base game, but I end up going with base game, cottage living, and cats and dogs, because I feel like they're pretty close together in style. Well, I mean, cats and dogs isn't really like a cottage core. But it does have really nice older looking wooden furniture that's kind of worn looking, and I was really going for that kind of look. But I keep the same color scheme, I think. Or maybe I change it to green, because I think I make the living room green. Green and orange, but the couches will be green. But the kitchen is pretty much all yellow. And yeah, I kind of used a yellow and green theme throughout the house. We also have yellow and green swatches for the Storybook Nursery Kit, and I was really excited to use that since it's kind of one of the swatches I haven't really seen recently. It seems kind of like a odd swatch that people probably wouldn't use very much. Because I mean, they have it's a pastel pink and blue, I'm pretty sure, and then the classic just white, and also a black kind of gothic nursery. Those are all really good, and I would probably use those way more than I would the green or the yellow. So I wanted to try and use that. This entire build was all about trying to do things that I've never done before. I think it turned out okay. I was really tempted to add pink, but I was like, no, let's just keep it consistent. We'll have yellow, green, and there's a little bit of blue in this kitchen too, so that was nice. I make that little corner over there. I try to make that into a pantry for the kitchen. No, there's not really anything in it, so I mean, you could probably even change it and I don't know, slip a toilet in there, and you have a bonus bathroom in the kitchen. I guess they would just have to use the sink that's in the kitchen instead of a sink in the bathroom, because it's only 2 tiles, so you wouldn't be able to fit both. Or maybe you could put a washing machine or a dryer in there. That would also be a good idea. Yeah, I was mostly excited for the outside of this build. I used to be so intimidated by the landscaping, and now a lot of times I'll be doing the inside, and I'm just thinking to myself oh, I can't wait to landscape this. I really like doing it, and I definitely dial it back on this one. I say every time that I feel like I'm doing like really over the top on the landscaping, making it super dramatic, which I think is super fun and I still like it. But this one, I feel like it's sensible. It's kind of more reasonable than what a lot of my builds usually are. But it's still really pretty, and it's just, I don't know, I really like Henford. I think it's one of the prettiest worlds, if not the prettiest. I love the woods and all of the plants growing around. It's just really nice. It's also why I really like Glimmerbrook. It's also in the woods, but I like how they're two different kinds of woodland areas. I think that's how you would probably say that. Okay, so I actually left and I came back to this build after like a day or two. That's why it's suddenly like brighter and different looking. Because I just loaded this game back in and I turned it to afternoon, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I was trying to make like a base game cottage living only build, and it just wasn't going super well. So I came back and I decided I would make it, cats and dogs too, and maybe a couple of other things as well. I'm not 100% sure everything that I used. I know I accidentally used a horse ranch thinking it was like cats and dogs. So that's why there's that one horse ranch object that's in the bedroom. It's that tall dresser object. But here's the bedroom. Definitely going with that orange. I still have some green. I used a green swatch of that mirror. It's really cute. It's definitely cozy. And it looks old. I wanted it to look not super nice. So it looks like everything's a little bit dated, which I really like personally. The bathroom is, it's definitely dated, and it's definitely like, if I like things that are like older, but this bathroom, I would definitely be giving it an update. It looks very rough and kind of bad. So I would, if I had the ability to do so, I would definitely update this bathroom. Though it fits with the theme, it goes with the vibe of the house, so it's fine. You don't need every room to be super great. And honestly, it's not that bad. It's just not my personal style, so I felt kind of like weird and uninterested in this bathroom while I was making it. I did try to add those like lamps above the tub. I feel like that was kind of fun to have and pretty looking and kind of help the bathroom out a little bit, And this is going to be at a little dining area. Nice and simple. I decided to shake things up and not use the cottage living chair and use the cats and dogs chair and kind of mix match the objects like that. I don't usually do that, so every time I do it, I feel very accomplished. Like I just discovered a new object by combining these two objects that aren't normally together. Does anyone else do that? Do you ever like mix the dining room chairs and the tables, or do you pretty much always stick to the correlating packs? You know what I mean? Because that's usually what I do, I'm pretty sure. Like 90% of the time, I usually just go with the chair and the table that came in the same pack together. And sometimes I don't even do it on purpose, and then I realize that, oh, of course those look well together. It's because they were made to go together. Okay, I was so tempted to have green stairs, but I was so intimidated by it, so I decided not to. I kind of wish I had kept it. Those are actually really pretty stairs, and I have never used them before. And I love that color. I think I love green. It might be my new favorite color. I used to always say my favorite color was blue, and it's still definitely like one of my favorites, but I'm so obsessed with green now. Anyways, the upstairs bathroom is up here. It's actually bigger, I feel like. I mean, it is shaped different. I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's bigger. But it's the same. I just copied and pasted everything back over there. This is gonna be the toddler room slash playroom. I was originally thinking about making it into a nursery, but then I felt like, you know what, let's just divide everything up. And that's kind of how that other room became the toddler room. That room's acting a little bit funny with the lighting. It's something to do with the ceiling above it. I'm not exactly sure what I did or how I managed to make that happen. But here's the nursery, the Storybook Nursery Kit. It is so gorgeous. I love it so much. And the yellow and the green swatches are very pretty. And the toy box, that is gorgeous. I actually take the dollhouse and I kind of size it down so it looks more realistic. And I can kind of put it beside the toy chest on that little rug, and I think it looks so cute. I am in love with that kit. That is so gorgeous. I think I'm gonna make the toddler stuff yellow, and then maybe the infant items will be green. But I think overall I actually like the yellow swatch for this kit more than the green. But the green is still very pretty. I was so excited to see these blocks because we only had one set of blocks. Oh, and I also noticed that little changing table, you can put stuff at the bottom of it. It's kind of awkward looking. Well, I mean, you can put toys on top of it too, so I filled it up with some things to make it look interesting. And that swatch for that rug with the flowers is so pretty. I am just so geeking over this kit. I really love it. And we have that pretty wallpaper. It kind of reminds me of Pleasant View from The Sims 2. It's super nice. I love this kit. And some more green railing because we need green all over our house. I think eventually I'm going to add a desk and just a few tables to kind of put some clutter on. One in the hallway, one in the entryway of the house. Yeah, just nothing fancy, just a little desk in that nook. I don't even think I put a computer on it, so it's just kind of there for whatever you'd like to use it for. I'm about to start adding the decorations and just a few little details here and there. This was really hard to just stick to a few limited packs because I just kept thinking of all these other things I wanted to add. But I decided not to. I was gonna keep it simple because I was really tempted to add like the little board from Parenthood, but I didn't because it would be like the only item from Parenthood that's getting used, so I left it out. And yeah, I'm just adding a few details. The kitchen is pretty easy because I mean, there's lots of kitchen clutter and decorations for cottage living. I do decide to use that flowery wallpaper in the kitchen instead of like tiles. I was really tempted to use tiles, but I've been saying this like the whole time. Every single thing I did, I decided to do something different. Pretty much. I guess I just don't normally build residential lots very often. I say that, but I feel like I've been doing them a lot more recently, so I've been getting a lot more confident with residential lots, but there was a phase where I just avoided doing them for like 2 years. I mean, I just didn't do them at all. I decided to use that little Storybook Nursery Kit painting. I forgot to use that in the kids' room, but I thought maybe you could still go in the entryway of the house. You can see your little baby picture. And yeah, I think I pretty much used a lot of base game for the decorations just to keep it as simple as possible. I'm about to change those couches and the chairs. I go to cats and dogs, so we have one more pack in the mix. But, you know, I feel like I just don't like the cottage living couch. Well, I do like it, but I feel like it was too nice for this build. And I think this is kind of a little more cozy and simple, and it kind of fits the color scheme going on, but it's also, I don't know, it just seems kind of like it's not that nice. It's probably comfortable though. But yeah, I'm about to start the landscaping and I'm very excited. I kind of was trying to make the ground blend in with the rest of the world, but I could not figure out how to do that, so it's pretty much just like a muddy dirt path, which is, it kind of goes with anything, I guess. I mean, that's normally how it is in most worlds. I try to mix up the different terrain paints to kind of make it look interesting. I still don't know what I'm doing when I'm doing the terrain painting, and I just kind of go with it and make stuff up, so it might look a little bit weird, or it might look kind of okay. I feel like it looks okay-ish. I mean, it's there, and it looks interesting. I don't know if interesting is necessarily good, but I mean, it doesn't need to be perfect. It was actually really fun doing that too, so I like adding all the little details to the dirt. Just seeing how like different I can make it be, and how I can make it kind of like fade and then kind of fade out or fade in. No, not fade in. How to get it to go, from the edges to the center and really look like a dirt path, like someone has been walking on it. I don't know what I'm talking about, but that is something I like to do, and I think it's fun. I feel like this is probably still a little bit extra. Like, it's definitely not realistic, but then again, all of Henford-on-Bagley does seem kind of unrealistic. I mean, I don't know if anywhere would really look like this pretty with those many flowers and bushes. Everything's so perfect looking. But yeah, I don't add the cow, the little barn that's normally on the Cordelia secret cottage lot, because I don't have space for it because of the landscaping. But I do have a garden and a little chicken coop, so that's nice. And I added little chickens there, though I think you'll have to assign them to the coop yourself. I'm not really sure how that works. Normally I order them from the little coop. I think you can click on it and like buy the chickens from there. But it should work fine. I think it would still be able to link them to the coop, so it'll go to it. Here's the back of the cottage. It's not really getting nearly as much love as the yard, but you could eventually add maybe like a chair or two to that porch. It's mostly just kind of another way to get outside to your yard and make your way over to your garden and your chicken coop. I think I add a bench. Yeah, I do add a bench, but it's kind of over to the side of the house so you can see your animals and look at the pretty views. And yeah, this was very interesting. It was a pretty nice build. I mean, it wasn't anything too complicated, but I did do some things to make it challenging on myself and kind of like do something I don't normally do. So that was pretty interesting. I feel like I'm getting too wild with the landscaping back here, but I like it. I like it so much. So maybe it's not too awkward. Though it does kind of make it harder to put objects there. So if you wanted to have like a grill in your backyard or something, you may have to delete some of those bushes and flowers so that you have a little more space going on back there. I thought these little, what are they? The little flowers on the window were really nice. They look blue like the door. I realized I haven't really used any blue, so I decided to add those in. I gave them a like falling apart fence in their backyard, so it kind of looks like it's old and the house hasn't really been maintained super well, which is just interesting. It kind of has a character, you know? So here it is. Here's the dining room and the kitchen. This was a very fun build to do. I've never used a lot of these swatches, so it was very interesting. Nice and cozy though, and older looking. I like it. Anyways, thanks for watching. I super appreciate it. And I hope you have an enchanting rest of your day.